Hello, my name is Zhatelier, and welcome back for another episode of We the People as Sweden. So last episode, we got the truce with the Danes again, mostly because the King of Sweden was pressuring us to do that. I wouldn't have minded capturing a bit more areas in here, to be fair, but that's not option right now. We do still have quite a few native warriors heading our way, so we'll still have a bit of fighting to do in here, mind you. And actually do... Oh, right, there's the Danes are now moving through. We do still have the some of the troops in here. Let's actually get the soldier up there. Could potentially attack that one, but it's probably better to just hold on over here. We'll also get the heavy artillery up on there. Actually, we'll get that into the city. Respect the peace, but yeah, we'll keep it there for now, so we'll at least have some more troops defending that. And also we've got the royal artillery. Oh, can that not move in there? No, that's full right now. Okay, never mind. I guess we'll get that on the hill there then. And then over here we... Oh, never mind. That's the problem again selecting the correct... Oh, there we go. Now we've selected the correct units. So we can probably go ahead and, just in case, move in at least some of these units closer. And then, right, that one's already moving forward. Okay, there we go. I've already gone through some of the towns to fund some more of the construction, so we'll get going a bit further, but let's get to the next round, shall we? Well, there's at least one combat. Dreaming encouraged. Ah, so it's more... Oh, right, we got another graduate. That's probably what it was. Let's actually have a look. What do we need in here? Is there room in... Well, there's definitely some room in the town, that's for sure. We've got a huge amount of food right now. Partially because we're butchering a lot of chicken, to be fair. Well, that's one of the things. That's not necessarily the only thing, but that's definitely part of it. We do also have quite a good support for independence now, which should be increasing the food production relatively well. But we are getting a whole lot of clay now. We don't get a lot of stone, though. And we don't have a stone cutter over here either, do we? No, we could get an expert miner, but that's not really what we're looking for necessarily. Well, for this town directly, at least. We do, of course, get quite a bit of wool cloth, but we don't have the stuff to dye with. Over here, well, of course, we should be able to get some logwood from the other towns, I reckon. No, we don't have any of the fur to really utilize. We're still getting a lot of feathers as well. Both the wild feathers and the down. Although, technically speaking, what... Ooh, that's 7 food over there. And if we were just fishermen, that would be a lot less. Okay, well, you can stay there then. We can't really sell the wild bird feathers other than the port royale, so that's a bit of a downside there. Oh, we also need to select something to construct in here. Oh, we can make the train oil manufacturing. That would increase a bit more capacity for the docks, to be fair. But we would automatically get the whale fat in here, so that's probably going to be a bit of a waste, really. Can we get the textile mill or something along those lines? Or the slaughterhouse could also work. Get even more food. That would also allow us to get through a bit more of the... Actually, it's not really going to increase the amount of food directly. We'll be getting a lot of the extra stuff that you then work. I think we do want to go for the textile mill, though. If we can find that in here. Oh, actually, we could get the tanner's house real quick. But we don't really have any other resource for utilizing that, so that's kind of a bit of a waste of time, honestly. The abbey could also be somewhat useful. Oh, wait, we already do have that, don't we? Yeah, we do get the 50% boost, so I don't think we can get a bigger level on that. Never mind then. Never mind. But yeah, we're making 22 wool cloth right now per round. That's a decent amount already. I suppose what we will do, we'll get something like the tannery, for example, so we'll get some of the basic goods in here. And then we could potentially get things like the... Oh, leatherwork. Okay, we don't really need the leatherworker in here, other than for the passive production. Could potentially... Oh, actually, we're pretty good in health. We've got a massively good law in here. We've got fairly good happiness. Well, we'll just get Tanner's health first. And then we didn't quite decide on what we're going to train in here. You know, another Master Weaver might not be a terrible idea, actually. We're still getting a lot of wool. Or we could get another skilled milkmaid and send that to other towns to assist with the increase in stuff. But I think that could be a bit of a waste of potential, really. Oh, we could get another Master Butcher. Even faster food growth. You know what? That is a little bit tempting. We'll take that. Oh, and then we got the Leather Workers House at Kazoo. What do we need in there? Right, we do not have any stone or clay in here. We've got a lot of horses still, which doesn't surprise me. Most of the other resources in here, I mean, other than the vintager's house, there's not that much going on in there. Don't really have anything to butcher over here either. We do not get coal. We do get at least iron, but we're spending quite a bit of that already. Although we could take the toolsmith from here and actually start turning that into wine. Because we got the building in there. And actually, let's build the winery so we'll be able to get a bit more. Basically utilizing all the grapes there. We don't have the stuff for that, but we can wait for it a round or two and then fund that, for example. Save us a little bit money. And then, right, the warehouse completed at Port Albertus. Ooh, let's get the printing press there, actually. And then we could get another printing press. And then, well, potentially another printing press. I guess we're just going to build those everywhere. Town hall in one of the towns in here. Let's get the stockade over there. And then blacksmith house at Port Halfman. What do we produce in here that we might want to utilize? So we do get some iron, which we... Yeah, we're getting 4 iron per round. We will probably get, yeah, 3 rounds we'll get growth over here, so we'll probably put that one into the blacksmith, so we can then start using some tools at least to upgrade things. We do get some stone in here, so that's also quite handy. Clay, not so much, but that's not necessarily the biggest issue. Could actually build the butcher's house in here. Also, oh, right, we do not have anyone working on the lumberjack duties. Let's put that in there. So that way we can get our lumber underway. It actually does mean that we could put in the miner over here into carpentry. Which should then mean that the butcher's house are going to be done faster. 7 round, that we could potentially just fund that actually. You know what, sure, we'll do that one for now. Then village hall at New Stockholm. Do we have... Right, let's... If we get the docks, we can get the big coastal ships over here. That could be quite handy. That would also increase the amount of food that we can get from the fishing there. At the same time, you know what, we'll jump in here. We'll queue up the walls, and then we'll put in the docks after that. Gonna keep you busy for a little while. Ooh, and we got some more things to sell over here to Europe. We can get another expert hemp planter, which is probably not a bad idea, actually. We get that one. Oh, wait, no, oh, there's a brigantine. Right. There we go. It should be... Oh, well, I figured that I should be able to transport that one in. Right, so I guess we'll stop by at Spokomania again. It's kind of the entry port now for new colonist. Oh, yes, please. We'll buy some stone to Kazuraptor. And no, the first we don't need. Ah, right, so we've got the Master Butcher over here. That one's definitely going to start working at the butcher. Actually, we can take that one. So that's the rancher. We can probably take away. The question is, of course, what the heck are we going to do with that? We can't make any more cheese, unfortunately. And we don't actually want to make more pottery because we don't have the stuff for that, really. We can't dye things. I suppose we could always just get more cloth in the meanwhile. And then put this one as a butcher for the sheep, which is going to be 24 food per round now. I mean, that's pretty decent. And we do have another worker over here, which we could probably train into some other things. That's probably not a bad idea. Alright, off to studying you go. Right, we have the West Indiamen over here. We've got more soldiers. Like we needed those. Right, I suppose we can go ahead and pick up some more stuff from Spike. Let's actually have a look. Oh, that's a lot of gems there. I'll take that one for sure. We've got a lot of provisions. We don't actually... You know what? Yeah, we can probably sell some of that. And then we've got room for another 3 things, I believe. Preferably things that we can still sell in Europe. Like the coats we can sell in large quantities. We still got the... well, all the train oil, yeah. 130 in there. And then what else? Do we have a lot of crepes still? I guess we'll take some of that. Right, off to Europe you go. And then we've got more soldiers. I'm actually going to go ahead and send in at least 1 over here to New Stockholm. And we'll probably send the artillery down there as well. We'll send the veteran soldier over here into Town of the Hills. And another veteran infantry into probably Ansang D for now as a bit of a reserve there. Ooh, an expert fisherman into Fort Giraffe. Okay, that's going to be good food. It's 6 food per round, so that does definitely grow a bit faster now. And we won a battle over here in the mountains. We can probably go ahead and... Actually, I'm going to get the surgeon in here. And then maybe a... I don't know if we can go into the mountains even with the mountaineer. I suspect the answer is probably no, unless there's a road. We'll get some close combat capabilities. We'll just heal up there. And then we got an expert hunter. Oh. Interesting. How long has this been in here? Now, we'll put that one in there. Do a bit of hunting. It's not actually quite as lucrative as I thought it would be. Well, that's a sawmill, but that should still increase the construction speed, right? I'm actually not entirely sure. Well, we'll keep it as is for now, at least. Right, so we are getting a bit of ore production over there still. Good. And we do actually have the blacksmith already, so that's also quite handy. Right, we got... Oh, sawmill over here for the hardwood. That's really nice. We do have the pasture for the horses already. We're getting the windmill built. We're getting the road built into the town. So let's go ahead and get into the hills there in the south. Oh, right, Continental Guard got another victory. I'm probably going to get another surgeon over here, just so that we can keep the troops in good condition. We'll just start fortifying over here on the border towards where the natives are going to be arriving from, essentially. Right, the veteran dragoon can probably get to the town in the hills for now. Be there as a scout for any enemies. Ooh, Fort Catmander's got another master carpenter. We'll keep the veteran dragoons in the city that we captured. And then we've got the slave bark. I suppose for this one we can load up things that we can't sell back in Europe. And for example, milk, we'll take some of that. The price for milk in Port Royal has gone down a little bit, but there's not much I can do about it. We can take some of the fruits. I know that we do use some of it, but we've got plenty. The feathers we can sell there, and then let's have a look. Anything else? Furs, maybe we're using quite a bit of that, so we can just hold on to those. We'll just take even more milk. And is there... There might not be too much else that we need to sell in there right now. Actually, yeah, I suppose we can take some of the down in there as well. Alright, off to Port Royal you go. The galleon can probably wait for a round or two to make sure that we actually got some resource to sell. And the artillery is going to stay there. We got a smuggling ship up here. Let's go out and load up some more gold. And I guess the grapes. Well, oh, right. Do we have a lot of stuff in here by chance? We definitely got a lot of goats. Some furs, a lot of wood, some rice. Okay, okay. We should be... Well, it's going to take another 4 rounds before we'll get control of all of that. Let's go out and deliver some more stuff to Oathsworn. Oh, right, and the Man of War is going to start healing. I sailed through some storms over here, which was not a good idea. There we go, now we've got all of these sorted out, so we've got quite a bit of money. I'm actually going to go and build up the stockade over here, just to make sure we're going to have more troops in there if need be. But looks like things are at least somewhat safe. I don't know if there's going to be the... Hold on, was it over here? I believe so. So we're currently at war with the Crow, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the Crow and the Shoshones. The Shoshones are kind of west of the British colonies over here. Like over here. And then the Crows are on the other side of the bay here. Which, if they've got troops coming, they're still probably way, way far away. So we'll need to probably get a couple units into Port Halfman, actually. Also, we should probably try to get the stockade in there when we can. Also, we may need to get a bit more troops into Fort Christina now that I think of it. But anyway, let's get to the next round, shall we? Ah, there we go. So we got the stockade. Well, I suppose we did fund that, so that shouldn't really be a surprise. Right, let's have a look at the things here. So, I mean, tannery would allow us to get... Oh, right, that's the level 2 already. Let's actually have a look. What do we produce in here? We do already have some wine production, of course, gold. We will be getting some clay, and of course there's a farm over there. That's going to be our, well, hopefully our wood production. But we haven't really gotten around to do that yet. I think right now more food would be preferable, but I don't know if there's going to be a lot of things that we can do about that right now. Well, I suppose the granary would be one option. Yeah, increase food, happiness and all that. So let's get that underway. We don't have the resource for this yet, but we'll probably just fund that actually. Keep building up that place. Alright, Port Halfman, let's get the town hall in there. We've got the stone at least being produced there, and we should be able to get some tools there quite easily. Ah, right, they want more train oil. Well, we have been selling some, but I believe it only counts the full shipment, so to speak. But let's go ahead and start turning even more of the red peppers into spice. Although, we got the spice trader in here, which we could turn into something else. We could even probably have that study to become something else. And the question is, of course, what it would be. I mean, technically speaking, can we might be able to get another statesman, actually. You know what, yeah, let's start studying over there. Because you're not good at smithing or anything like that. We don't have any ore, admittedly, so that there goes that plan anyway. But yeah, so that's going to be 10 rounds to study. It's... we can't actually get... Okay. We could get... Oh, we got a double carpenter here already, never mind. Right, so actually, maybe we should instead get this as a colonist. Send it elsewhere. Could potentially send it over here, actually, it's before Christina. Sure. Let's do that. Oh, hello. There's a pirate frigate and a smuggling ship. Can I fight that? That would probably trigger the... Yeah, we don't have military access through the Portuguese areas. We'll just go ahead and sail off this way. If they cause a problem, then they will regret it, I reckon. The galleon, let's have a look. Do we have anything in here to load up now? Oh, more gems. Sure, we'll take that. We do have a lot of cotton. And some, well, we're actually working through some of the wool. Got a bit of pigskins waiting there. Could still always sell some more feathers, I suppose, so we'll take some of that. We're not going to touch the whale fat. We do have a... Oh, there's a massive demand for leather goods right now. Never mind then. We do have a little bit extra... Oh, we don't actually have extra cheese here. Never mind. We're not producing enough cheese anymore. Disaster is approaching. We do have a little bit of field worker tools that we could probably sell, so we'll just grab that one. We are spending quite a bit of ore, but we could probably go ahead and sell some coal, actually. We'll take that one. We do have a lot of sailcloth. Actually, we're making a lot of ropes and sailcloth. Do we have a lot of hemp? We've still got 260. That's not too bad. Do we have some cowhides as well? Yeah, we'll take that one. And we got still a huge amount of wine. Okay, we could get some train oil, I suppose. Sure. Right, and sail to Europe. Right, so we've got a master leather worker. Where were you producing? I suppose it would have been at the leatherworking, right? Oh, right, you were working over here for the line coat, right? I think that is the case. Let me just double check. Yeah, so it's the cowhides and feathers for the coats. Okay, that's good. And we got a decent demand for them. We are slowly building up a bit of a stockpile there, but there we go. So that's a bit of a boost there. Ooh, we've got 69% support for independence. Well, that's quite nice. Ooh, health is a problem. Right, we also need to get a bit of stone here. Perhaps we'll go ahead and fund the statue. Then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and start building up the town hospital to fix that. So we can actually get another medic in here. Because that health dropping is actually pretty bad. But we'll be able to get the hospital built fairly quickly, I reckon. So that's not the end of the world. Ooh, another free colonist force, Jody. We do have a decent bit of food in there. Is there anything that we could produce in terms of... Alright, so the outside things are all maximum, so to speak. Support for independence could be a bit higher. We are still getting a bit of extra... Is there? No, there's no demand for codes, so we don't actually want to produce the stuff in here then necessarily. If we were to get another butcher for the pigs, we'd be running slowly out of them. We don't have the tannery yet. Oh, no, we're getting the bigger tannery. Right, well that makes sense. Well, you know what, I think we're just going to put this into getting more limited well, so we've got 38 production there now. And then Unsung is going to have the veteran infantry there sitting tight. We got the pioneer constructed the road. Actually, no, I think it was the clay pit that we just built there. So we've built all of this already. We could potentially get another road through the mountains here somewhere. Potentially just go through there, and then maybe even up to the windmill. It might not be the easiest option necessarily. We do have the road going through there. I think we've got most of the towns at least upgraded. And we did not build up the road through there yet. We're slowly upgrading the road into there, though. Actually, no, we'll head to New Stockholm to get the productions going in there. And no, we can't enter the mountains with this, so let's get back to the city. Ooh, we got Is this a full ship? It is a full ship. Alright then, I think we're going to go and deliver some whale fat into Port Albertus then. And then we've got more infantry in here. There's several enemy units nearby. Let's go ahead and start getting a bit closer with the troops. Right, the prisoner of war, I suppose it can't really join the town yet. It's 3 more rounds. I'm just going to skip those rounds with that until it's ready to join in the town. I don't know how much it can actually produce, though. It might not be very effective. Right, so the Mayans, they could offer us expert cotton planters, and they are in need of gunpowder. That's good to know. Good to know. I think at this point we'll probably talk with... Oh, no, there's another one over there still. Alright, then. So we're going to windmill over there. We could turn this into another vineyard. We got already... Right, we got Trapper, we got the lumber mill. That's another hill right there, actually. One option would be to build another lodge. Or we could build a pasture for sheep. We can't turn this into a farm. We could probably just get a vineyard, to be fair. Or perhaps this one's going to be a lodge, and then the vineyard's going to be right there, for example. We can get a lot of wood in there. Food's going to be a little bit lacking. There's also that hill, which we might turn into another pasture, perhaps. Or I think a collector's post or something like that could work as well in there, now that I think of it. There we go, so we've gotten through the round. Let's zoom in here. We might be able to see a bit of combat happening. Well, it's going to go very quickly anyway, but we might be at least see some results. There is a lot of them, at least. Oh, they did not attack, interestingly enough. Right, we've got the Tanner's House of Spoken Mania. Let's, right, we still need the silver for the government balance. Oh, wow, that's a lot of sheep that we still have. It might be a bit too many, actually. But we could always just send some of these to other towns to get the sheep farming going elsewhere so we can get some more food in those towns. Or start butchering them elsewhere, that's also a possibility. Speaking of which, we're getting 22 food in here, that's not bad. We've got plenty of clay. Stone is still a little bit lacking. The market would allow us to get... well, it would increase the culture and happiness, for sure, as well as the domestic demand for things. Which I reckon there's quite a bit of demand for already, for various things. You know, I'm gonna get the ironworks, actually. It's a bit expensive. We'll fund that in a few rounds, I reckon. We got the granary at Gothub, and let's go ahead and... My dry dock might not be the worst thing, but I think we've got some other options to consider first. So this place won't really have a whole lot of options for productions, quite frankly. Like, it will get some clay, of course. Right now we're still waiting for the food. Actually, if we were to bring in some sheep over here and start butchering that would be quite easy growth for here. We could get the... Ooh, printing press. That... Well, yeah, we do produce a little bit in there. That could help. It's the... Right, the jail would be another one to increase the law even further. Which is already decent at 7. It could, of course, be higher, but it's not the worst by any stretch of imagination. You know, there is a little bit demand for the leather worker. If we were to just build that one... Well, it's going to take a while to construct that, mind you, but we'll probably be able to get that sorted out. Oh, well, sure, we'll take another 6 stone from you. And no, unfortunately, we're not going to buy your furs. Rumors of your war against the devilish savages are making the rounds everywhere. Guided by God's true and righteous will to bring gold of the heathens into Christian hands, conquistadors wish to join our cause and fight the pagans under our command for a small amount of 1800 gold. We'll pay for their equipment and passage to the new world. You know what? Sure. I guess we'll take one. Ah, we've got expert lumberjack over here now. I'm gonna go and get that on the sawmill. There we go, that should be pretty good, and we can do the construction work a lot faster here now. Also got a decent food production in here. I suppose we've got the windmill over there, which does help. And then, of course, having the expert farmer over here helps. We've got the fisherman over there. So overall, the growth over here at Fort Girard should be fairly decent. We did get the... Ah, right, so that's a lodge. We've got plantation and a farm. No, it's a fruit plantation and a plantation. And we've got that. You know what? If we want to lean into the growth over here even further, we could build a windmill on that last hill there. Ah, right. Is there... There's a load of enemies in there. That might actually try to go around the city. Let's try to select the correct unit in here if it allows me, which I'm not entirely sure that it will. So actually, let me have a look at the prisoner of war. Can I see the... No, I can't see it through there. Right, it's got -3 on most things, -2 on a lot of production. It can be used in mining and things like that for fairly effective... Okay. Right, it's a slave status. That doesn't surprise me. Okay. Well, it's still not going to join the town quite yet. Right, but we got the native in here. Right, we can't actually utilize that there yet. I suspect once we get the windmill, we should be able to do quite a bit of work. How long is that going to take? Oh, actually 2 rounds, okay. Technically speaking, next round we'll be able to utilize that already. Let's go out and get a bit more troops into... Oh, right, we can't walk in there yet. Get over here. Looks like the Shoshones are going to go around this lake here. Potentially get through here, or try to get in through these mountains again. That's also a possibility. At which point we'll probably have to... Well, we'll keep the Veteran Dragoon in here for this round. But in the future we might have to go around a little bit. Ooh, converted native. Can that join into... I suppose I could do a bit more fishing. To get the growth over here even faster. There we go, that's +8 now. Oh, that was a natural growth as well, that's good to know. Right, another veteran infantry. These can sit tight there. Ooh, another 3 colonists, the 4 Catman does. Now, there's not a lot of room in there directly. We do not have any animals in here. We might want to bring in some sheep or something like that in here. To get some more productions. Although, I suppose right now, extra law might not be a bad idea. So let's get a judge going in there. And then we got... Right, this is the Hearted Pioneer. We did upgrade the road now, so that's good. I wonder, actually, can we build a bridge on the large rivers? I reckon probably not. I might as well have a look. What about Port Alberta? So we've got... okay, the outsides are already fully sorted out. We could get some more cocoa, I suppose. That's always an option. Could try to study to become an expert on something. Ooh, actually... We'll start making some train oil over here. There we go. It's not a huge amount yet. But we are going to be getting a lot of whale meat in here, or whale fat, so that's going to be a lot to work on. Right, we've got the frigate over here. Is that... That's in our territory. No more. We actually sank that and didn't take any damage, which is quite handy. Can we... Oh yeah, we can sail through there. Ooh, let's actually get this frigate in here, because I believe we just... Oh no, that's the Conquistador. Right, okay. I'm going to send this one just in case down to... Probably to Port Hoffman. You know, we'll respect the peace. And then the ship over here, I suppose that... No, so that can probably just sit out here again. Just keep an eye on any hostiles. Oh, is this whaling ship filled? No, it's just arrived in here, right? Start waiting. Oh, I've got another colony at Taz. Still missing a bit of stone to construct or complete some of the work here. Oh, right, the Freed Slave is probably going to become a expert miner soon enough. Food-wise is still pretty good. We don't have a huge amount of lumber. And most of the outside stuff is probably as effective as they can be right now. We could get another judge going. That would increase our law a bit further. Which would increase the effectiveness of the town a bit further for sure. Oh, that's a lot of feathers in there. Right, I'm just going to go ahead and get that judge going. I'm going to be very judgmental right now. I guess, well, you know what? Artillery, you can go back to Taz. Oh, right, smuggling ship. Let's go ahead and load the stuff there. I'm going to go ahead and load up some stuff from the northernmost town there. Ooh, and we've got the pirate cutter. You know what? I'm going to go and send the Buccaneer into the... Oh, wait, no, we can't. That's already full. Never mind. Well, you can stay here for a moment. And the pirate cutter, I guess... We'll just go and load up some more gold. Send that down south. Oh, right, let's go and do a bit of trading in here. What do we have? You've got a lot of fur. You do have some grapes and, well, food, technically speaking, we probably could buy. I don't think we initially should, but we could. I'm going to buy the grapes. What do we want for that? 70 go. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cheap. We'll take it. We could trade over there still. And let's see. If we want to get the line infantry over there, we probably could. Oh, no, we can't. Never mind. We'll wait over here. We'll see what the natives do. But with that, we are unfortunately out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.